Welcome to the first live cast of tonight. This one was sent in by Brainwashed. It is the 2v2 Theta passage. As we can have a look on the bottom left hand side, we have Brainfart, who is Cybran, going against Brainwashed, who is UEF. As we can have a look at the map, it's pretty much identical to each other. You've got some reclaim units just outside the Harbour Carbon Power Plant. Reclaim near the hills, but pretty much it's going to be a good game. This map is more suited, as you can see, there's quite a lot of mass points on this map. Each side is directly symmetrical to the other, so we know exactly what's going on, where it's happening and everything else, so you can easily tell between it. So as we can have a look, Brainfart is going for a pretty much basic, how do you say, land attack. While you've got Brainfart doing the exact same, but he's placing more emphasis on the land factories at this time, at this moment in time. He does have a scout, so he knows exactly what's coming where. So that looks out to be an early raiding party, as you can see. Brainfart is doing the exact same with the mantis that he's building. So obviously they're both going to have nice little scouting parties to go to here. As you can see, Brainfart has got 6 extra land factories queued after he's built his hard rock carbon power plant. So he's definitely going towards a massive land rush. As we can see, we have 2 scouts out in the moment in Brainwashed area. Obviously, Brainwashed has decided to change his mind. He's going with all out air. He's going with an air factory and 3 land factories. So he wants to get early air supremacy on this, and probably rush a bomber or something like that. Would be probably the best idea. As you can see, he's just slowly scouting to see exactly where Brainfart is. These 2 players are ranked in the 2000 mark, so they are pros at what they're at the game. Obviously you got Brainfart and Brainwashed. They usually play together, but they like causing trouble. Brainfart is just PM me in chat saying fuck you. This is because I'm casting this game. You can thank Brainwashed, Brainfart. So let's better be a good game, because this is going to get even more epic. So let's have a look at how this map will go. Let's have a look how this game goes, because obviously Brainfart is really on my case about casting this game. Obviously he's probably going for the UEF tournament. As we can see, we have got an early Jester, an early Get-O gunship from Brainwashed. An early Get-O gunship is a T1 transport with a load of mech marines in. It's one of the only units that can actually fire outside of a transport. And as you can see, you just put the transport in a certain area and put it on patrol, and you keep it there, and it just kills anything that it wants to. So as you can see, it's going after the engineers. So Brainfart is in big trouble now, due to the fact that the Get-O gunship is actually causing major damage to his nice sufficient mass. He now has barely any power, but he does have the hard rock arm power plant, so that will save him. He is attacking his earlier scout forces, now attacking Brainwashed space. Obviously his mantises, so there's 2 of 3 left, and there goes the last one, and there it goes. But he does have another scout, so he's got 2 moles followed by 5 mantises. So he is getting on with the job, so to speak of. But we do have Brainfart really in trouble about this Get-O gunship. But he does have A8 coming for him. So the question is, how is obviously there you go, we've got a T1 bomber. So the bomber, he's just slowly making sure that none of his units can come back from this. As you can see, he moved away a bit too early, Brainwashed, for that mechs. Obviously, Brainwashed doesn't know what he's going to be doing with his transporter yet, but he does have the so the raiding party that Brainfart does have is still in progress, but he is being bombed by UEF bombers. But he does have an army of 5 MA-12 striker tanks waiting for him. He has got more reinforcements coming in, so he's got another 2 more to come in there and clean up, really. But his bomber is making allied work with him, so that obviously that attack's now been thwarted. As for the Ghetto gunship, I'm not too sure where that's gone at the moment. I can't see it. Oh, there he goes. It's back in safe territory. Just hovering above the air. And now it's off skis. So, Brainwash is now heading straight towards Brainfart's ACU. So, with the army being distracted in the north and northeast, northwest section of the map, Brainwatch is now coming to attack Brainfart in the southern section of the map, on the east side. So, this has left Brainwatch in kind of a predicament here, really. Brainwatch has actually done a brilliant job of dropping 2 mech marines and watching this mech slowly disappear. As we can see, it's losing health and it's now dead. So he's got another. So he's got 3 more. He's dropped the rest of them at the other mechs. So he's going to be killing the engineer and the other mechs. There goes the engineer. And the mechs is now fast on its way to dying. As we can see, though, we've got 2 lonely mantises going down the right hand side of Brainwashed space. So, however, Brainwashed is using his ACU to try and cover these big offences that Brainfart is putting in on the left hand side of the map, which at the moment he'll be doing all over the map because there's only 1 mech marine left. Can it kill it? No, the 3 mantises got to that mech marine. So unfortunately, unfortunately that wasn't the case. As we can see, though, we do have a continuous stream of mantises and AA coming from Brainfart. So this will put Brainwashed in some serious problems, as his interceptors are now getting shut down with the AA. As you can see, Brainwashed is now actually just gathering all of his land units. He has got more land units than Brainwashed, but Brainfart. But Brainfart did get his ass kicked by having the Ghetto gunship, which is still actually alive, believe it or not, by 12 points. So this is the epic Ghetto gunship, which clearly is floating in midair. Sure, that should be landed on the floor, but it's floating in midair. So we're not too. So that's quite an interesting floaty, so to speak of. So we do have Brainwashed now. It's taking the fight directly to Brainfart. He does have units surrounding him, but he has more units on the left-hand side of the map. But Brainfart is pulling his units in just to deal that little bit more HP a second off Brainwashed's ACU. As we look over to the left-hand side, there is a walled PD, so Brainfart can't really go anywhere closer to that unless he gets artillery up. So as you just seen there, that mech marine was able to kill that mechs. So at the moment, it's pretty. No, there's 4 mexes that Brainfart hasn't captured, which would put him on level terms with Brainwashed at the moment. But yep. So now Brainwashed is now in the same position. No, it's less than what Brainwashed is because Brainwashed has let a big band of mantises come through on both sides, right down the middle. So that's going to cause Brainwash some issues at the moment. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But as you can see, the overall map consistency, Brainwash does have T2 land now. So Brainfart needs to pull his game, but he does have T2 land. So he has got his first Rhino out into play. So that's brilliant by both players. So obviously, so that's fantastic play by both players. So obviously it's pretty much kiss and tell. So obviously you can see a small raiding party, an artillery, 2 MA-12 striker tanks and a pillar, but in quick proximity there's another 5 more pillars. So Brainfart is pulling his units back in high retreat because of them T2 pillars. Now to try and counter the T2 pillars, Brainfart is actually building a walled PD. He's not building 1 though, he's building 2. So he's hopefully saying this will actually kind of help me to stop you from killing me so quickly. He hopes, but will that be the case? As you can see though, Brainfart is pushing his Rhino in with the 5 Mantis army with a stealth generator, but Brainwashed is quickly peeling his T1s onto it and is well aware of it, but the stealth is still there. So Brainwashed can't even see where that T2 army is, but he knows it's there because he attacked it. As you can see, the point defense is actually down before it was able to do any damage. But here he goes. The stealth generator is actually losing stealth, clearly. So Brainfart knows exactly where it is. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any radar point past here. So this is a dark spot. That's not good for Brainwashed. He really needs to be able to see both sides of the map to see exactly what's coming in and what's not coming in. As we can see though, he's pulled a big sufficient chunk of his pillar army to deal with a T2 Rhino that was trying to rummage through and be able to kill him. So if we look at Brainfart's base, not Brainfart, Brainwashed base, he does have 4 T2 factories and one of them is HQ, which has been assisted. So let's have a look at Brainfart now. He's only got 1 T2, but it is highly assisted with engineers. So that's just trying to push him units back a bit more. Which is doing a good job. So then Brainwashed just decided he's got 2 Rhinos there, but he's moving all of his units in there just to cut him off. So this is a good move. Obviously he's still got quite a bit of reclaim over here. He still has his 5 Rhinos. There's 5 pillars. Trying to kill the 4 Rhinos. But Brainwashed is actually walking through his base with a point defense almost complete. With it being complete, the engineer was only able to half construct, well, health wise on the point defense, but Brainwashed does have his T2 army in like proximity to him. So he could push through and go straight for Brainfart's ACU here, but he's not. He's saying, I'm going to take out all your eco, then you're going to have to try and do something against it. As we can see though, Brainfart now has 2 more T2 land factories, so he is actually trying to match Brainfart now. So Brainfart is actually trying to match the enormous eco of Brainwashed, just on sheer mass points alone. Obviously we can see Brainwashed is slowly encompassing the map. So at this moment, it's the map control is just over 50-50 in Brainwashed favour. But due to the fact that there's so many units gathered around to stop any assault that Brainfart now can muster, and as you can see, Brainwashed is just creeping forward, teasing Brainfart's unit out to say, come on, I'm here, come and get me. It's a real bonus. As you can see, the PD is only on 3 health, so one shot from anything and it's dead, pretty much. As we can see though, Brainwashed doesn't know what to quite do at the moment. He does have the supremacy of everything as well. So, luckily, this might not be a bad encounter. As we can see though, they were pushing in, Brainwashed was pushing in, making sure we got out of the range of it. So a good game to Brainwashed and Brainfart, but Brainwashed won. After the early onslaught of Brainfart, he managed to recuperate, come on, and, well, just say fuck you to Brainfart. Stay tuned, in another 10 minutes I'll have my second cast. Thank you very much for watching.